Shimboree, Shimbora, Shimboree. Come on, guys, join in.
Shimboree.
Stop!
Shimboree.
He doesn't even say that in this.
Well, we can imagine he said it.
There we go. We'll use our imagination.
Yay!
We can make believe he says it.
Barney the dinosaur. Welcome to week 3 of the Channel KRT month of No Escape, or No Escape November, as we call it. I'm Kit Baree, Kit Bara Quinn.
I'm Tyler in the backyard green.
I'm Randy, and I'm allergic to weird kids tapes from the 80s, so that's why I'm sniffling a lot.
Aw, feel better.
Thank you.
I wasn't rest in peace.
Randy died today.
Yeah, I've been withholding their Zyrtec from them, and yeah.
We got to inform you that Randy is dead. This is not Randy. This is Randy's mom, I guess. Like in those weird manipulative messages guys would send you where they'd be like, hey, it's insert names, here's mom. He's dying of cancer. He wants you to just show nudes.
And we are welcoming to the theme month our initial Barney Buddy for the second time this year, even though we recorded the mini-sode last year, Marissa!
Woo! Yay!
Hello and welcome back once again to Four Childless Adults Discuss the Barney Mythos at Length.
Which is what we should have called the theme month, but we didn't. Ah, well.
Ah, well. Also, thank you so much for your amazing art for this month, Marissa.
Always a pleasure.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
fuck yeah. Oh, man. So we are going back to the very beginning of the Barney mythos here. We're talking about Barney and the Backyard Gang. More specifically, the first ever Barney tape, The Backyard Show.
Which I call bullshit that this was the first, because A Day at the Beach feels like the first one, because the gang gets introduced to Barney in that one, and Tina is shown to be afraid of him in that one, whereas in this one, she's shown to like him. So, where's the continuity, guys?
I just have to say it. Verisimilitude compromised! Yeah.
She realized what was going on and reacted in a way most normal people would react.
Boy, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Yeah.
She realized the Barney suit felt like sandpaper, which apparently was what the Barney suit actually felt like when it was first made.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those poor kids.
Yeah, it was just foam painted over.
This is the, if you thought Barney couldn't get any creepier, you'd be proven wrong era.
You know, I am so glad I didn't watch these initial Barney in the Backyard Gang tapes. The only ones I owned as a kid were the middle 3, the Waiting for Santa, the camping one, which I'll get into my history with that in a bit, and the school one. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, he looks terrifying in those too, but these first initial 3 ones.
And I'm glad my Barney upbringing was relegated strictly to PBS.
Thank God.
I think the only Barney Backyard Gang tape I actually recall watching as a kid was the one where they go to school for the first time, which the thing I remember most about that piece of shit was when they do the fast motion sequence looking for the hamster Zippity. And even watching that as a kid, I always thought the vibes were off because it's not the school that we're used to on the show.
Yeah, and also Tina's singing about how she wishes school could be every day. It's like, don't give the Republicans ideas, kids. I'll take away the weekends.
Oh, kid, wait till you get to middle school.
Oh, you will be shoved in lockers every single day.
Just look at Sean.
So we actually put this episode to a poll. So it was between the camping episode, Rock with Barney, and
3 Wishes.
Yeah.
that's the one where Barney falls on his ass.
No, that's the one where Barney breakdances, but they accomplished that with, like, really shitty stop motion.
Oh, yeah!
So it just cuts to the suit on the floor, but, like, it's slowly turning clockwise.
If you haven't seen this clip, look it up. It's fucking hilarious.
That's the one where they finally find the drugs in his tail.
So we wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who voted in the poll, and, well, thank you for not making us watch Rock with Barney.
I wanna rock with Barney.
All night.
Speaking of no escape.
And thank you for not voting for Jill Stein. I don't know how you'd vote for Jill Stein in that poll anyway. She was nowhere to be found.
Hi, are we in the good future or bad future at this point? If you're in the good future, thank you for your vote. If we're in the bad future, well, you tried. Please let us be in the good future.
We're recording this in October and we're scared.
And speaking of this being in October, initially I wasn't the biggest fan of this tape. I found it kind of mid, kind of boring, and kind of unremarkable. But after watching fucking Casper: A Spirited Beginning, it's Citizen fucking Kane.
It really fucking is.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Don't get me wrong, we're going to talk a lot about how much the vibes are off compared to all the Barney tapes we've talked about thus far.
And to be fair, it's also one of the first ones, so I'm a little easier at it on those regards, but still, it's a little bit of nightmare fuel.
We all need a little nightmare fuel every so often.
It's nightmare fuel, but it's my nightmare fuel. I have a nostalgic soft spot for this.
Yeah.
Fair.
Agreed.
This was very much a part of my Barney upbringing. I don't think I owned any of the Backyard Gang tapes, but I definitely rented a good chunk of them, including this one.
Hell yeah. And you know what else? This tape has no Baby Bop. We won!
Yay!
We won! And the episode before this didn't have any fucking BJs, so we actually got off pretty light this month when you think about it.
You won for now.
Tyler, I think you mean Billy.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
You can't name your dinosaurs BJ anymore because of woke.
Yeah.
You goddamn liberals. Thanks for taking that away from us.
See, I'm going to buy InfoWars now that it's up for sale. And this is the only thing I am going to make episodes on.
Do it.
So, because we won't be reviewing the camping episode, I think I will just quickly air my trauma on the bear, if I may. Okay.
But Kit, everybody's supposed to pick the bear, not be afraid of it.
I would pick that bear over a creepy man in the woods. That bear seems nice.
Yeah.
I would pick the bear over Mr. 10 again.
Oh, fuck Mr. 10 again. All my homies hate Mr. 10 again.
And over the Winkster. Don't forget the Winkster.
I'll pick the bear over Barney. I don't like Barney. He's a little too nice. I'm getting suspicious.
Alright, so quickly going into my history with that tape. So I used to watch Waiting for Santa and the school one a lot, and I was thinking, well, this camping one looks really fun. And then that bear pops up, and the way that they introduce it with this creepy-ass red cave just unnerved the shit out of me as a kid. And as soon as the bear spoke and showed up, I screamed and ran up to my room. And
yeah, you hear him before you see him. That's what makes it so creepy.
No one here but me.
He should have been played by insert horror villain here.
No one here but me, bitch.
So yeah, then I learned that I was not alone in my trauma, and I feel a little bad because honestly, that bear costume is pretty cute, and he's voiced by Bob West.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Bob West? Well, except for, the parents who had to listen to him for years, but
I'm sure they forgive him.
For now.
So anyway, going into this tape, so an interesting factoid about this tape was that alongside being the first Barney tape, it was initially supposed to have a much, much different plot. So it was initially going to be called The Backyard Parade. The first draft for this video was written in March 1988 for the Lions Group.
Yeah, you saw this video too.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to the Barney Builder. They did a great video, where they actually unveiled this script and it was released in the Barney History Fans group, Facebook group. Shout out to them again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So initially Michael was going to be named Billy, so I guess they wanted to reuse that name somehow.
A lot of Billies out here.
Billy! Billy!
My name's now Blaster. Don't you call me Billy anymore.
Also, I love that Lucy was initially going to be named Sally, so it's like, oh, so she was going to be named a different Peanuts character. Now, where's the character named Snoopy? That's what I want to know.
Barney's the Snoopy.
Yay.
Yeah, he can't stay in his own fucking business.
Also, since it was initially going to be about them recreating a parade they saw on television, what if that parade was Fun in Balloon Land?
Stop fucking the balloons!
Oh, it's made out of ice cream. Oh.
We're having fun in Balloon Land.
Kill me.
It's also just so funny to think that an entire preschool franchise was based off of this tape. It feels like it should have been relegated to this one obscure tape, and then that's it. But that's the power of Sandy Duncan.
Oh, Sandy Duncan is sunshine in human form.
Absolutely.
I love that she got her bag doing these 3 specific videos and then just dipped afterwards.
Hell yeah.
Never had to see that purple fucker ever again. God bless her.
Although she does seem like she has a really good time doing them, and she seems passionate about it.
Yeah, like she puts her all into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's really good with the kids in this.
Alright, Sandy, it's just a dumb little kid's tape about a dancing dinosaur. You don't have to go crazy.
Insert that meme with the piano on fire.
I actually really do love the Friends Are Forever song from Three Wishes, despite there being a lot to make fun of in that tape.
Oh, yeah.
What's funny is I skip most of the songs in these tapes. I'm like, I can only deal with so much right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, she actually makes I Love You tolerable, so.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's Sandy Duncan.
We'll get to that.
If you want an instant boost of serotonin, watch Sandy Duncan's Muppet Show episode.
Yes.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Her version of Nice Girl Like Me is amazing.
Hell yeah.
And I gotta say, it is massively ironic that the tape inspired directly by We Sing somehow became this conglomerate franchise that was more popular than We Sing could ever be.
Yeah, I mean,
We Sing could never.
you know, I gotta say, there was a lot in this that was a massive improvement over We Sing.
Yeah.
That's not saying much, but
We Sing worked so Barney could launch into the stratosphere.
also, going back to the cast for this special, so I learned something about the guy who plays Jason. Apparently, he was also the kid in, and I am not kidding, Ghost Dad.
What?
Yeah, as if that wasn't weird enough, Barney was initially going to be named Cosby.
No.
I hate it.
Sweep that
Thanks.
under the rug.
And his character in The Devil and Max Devlin is named Barney Satin. It's all connected, man.
Oh, yeah, the kid who played Jason, he was also in Saved by the Bell, the new class.
Oh, yeah, that existed.
Yeah, it existed for way too fucking long. Into the 2000s, in fact.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
Make it stop.
Insert Kill Busby joke here.
Does your wifey wife ever nag you to eat a salad when what you'd really like is to murder everyone? Try the new Geno salad, only at Taco Bell.
So I love that this tape opens up with that initial creepy-ass Barney doll.
The one that's vaguely dinosaur-shaped, but barely.
It looks like it's made out of paper mache.
This feels like something you'd get at Goodwill, and then all of a sudden it starts moving on its own.
No, wait, it looks like a Gumby character.
God,
Oh,
it does.
no.
It
It
does, yeah.
Mom threatened to make me into a ball.
And also, I love that these kids are shouting the song like it's a cult song. It's like,
Because it is.
yeah, they literally summon him by doing that shimmery shimbara crap.
So here's something in the theme song that has been bugging me for the longest time, ever since I heard it for the first time. There's a lyric in it where they introduce Adam and they go,
Jason is in Barney's club and Adam has a ticket.
A ticket to what?
A speeding ticket? A parking ticket?
No,
Yeah.
it's a good doing ticket that they introduced in that one episode.
Imagine getting pulled over and Barney's the guy pulling you over and he's like, you get a good deed ticket. Why do I still have to pay $50? Pay up.
I mean, I get it. They're trying to segue into the next rhyme, but it doesn't exactly...
Ticket doesn't rhyme with secret.
No.
Yeah, which, by the way, the next lyric is, Mom doesn't know our secret about Barney, so we have to keep it. So,
She
yeah,
does.
that's a trope that aged well. Spoilers, it hasn't.
There's some weird continuity on whether the parents can see Barney or not. And I'm kind of glad most of the series they decide to just abandon that because not everything has to be E.T.
No, not everything has to be Snuffy on Sesame Street either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking plot line.
Although I remember in Barney's Night Before Christmas, they had some weird, the parents think that the kids are just talking nonsense. But then also the kids' parents have seen Barney at some point. It's so confusing.
Don't tell your parents we're putting on a show in the garage.
I do like to imagine that the kids are just like carrying the plush around everywhere and the adults are just going with it.
Yes. Actually, there's some weird continuity errors as to what the parents can or can't see in this tape, but I'll go into them when we go into them.
Yeah.
Then we open on, oops, sorry, I turned on the Brady Bunch by accident.
Yeah.
It feels like a sitcom.
The dad even like vaguely looks like Mike Brady.
Oh god, he does.
God, he kind of does. I don't know why, but he was giving me Jefferson Darcy from Married with Children vibes.
He was giving me Beck Bennett vibes.
So, like, when he's talking about, like, you know, how he has to go play golf with his friends on his birthday, I was like, oh no, he's actually going to help Al Bundy put a satellite dish on the roof. I'm sure that'll end well.
So their toaster is basically broken and can shoot out toast. And when Sandy Duncan tells the dad,
You know, honey, I think it is time to get this toaster fixed.
Yeah, maybe next Saturday, dear.
the next Saturday the house burned down because that toaster had a fire.
The end.
Barney, can you imagine us a new house to live in?
It's like the oven at the beginning of Muppets from Space.
I was gonna be annoyed that this tape had the usual, we pretend we forgot his birthday plot, but to be honest, they barely focus on it, and it seems like the dad's in on it, so.
It's tolerable because he's not like super mopey about it.
Also, let's be real, he was sneaking off to cheat on the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, you're a white suburban dad. What do you mean it's a shame you have to play golf on your birthday?
Yeah, he's having an affair.
Yeah, most of the men in my family are golfers. There is nothing they would rather do on their birthday than play golf.
Something Trump joke.
Okay, no, he wasn't going out to golf with the guys. He was going to a fucking strip club with the guys.
Or maybe he was going to, quote-unquote, golf with the guys.
Everyone knows it's Barney.
That's me.
As the dad's trying to leave, the kids trap him and they all start singing the I Love You song, which it's like, who sings an entire song before their dad leaves?
Listen, kids, I really gotta go. My mistress, the guys really want me to, okay, fine. You sing the fucking song.
Just a second, guys. My damn wiener kids are singing to me.
Although, like I said, I feel like Sandy Duncan makes the song a little more tolerable, mostly because there's an actual beat to it when she sings it, instead of just being like, I love you, you love me.
I love you, you love me.
Let's get together and kill Barney.
I will say, it is very weird to have the I Love You song be the first song in the video and Barney's not even the one singing it.
Yeah, you could tell they were still figuring out the format because they kind of don't use it as a closer song until Barney in concert. So
Yeah, like you don't even see Barney until like halfway through.
he has almost as much screen time in this as Beetlejuice does in his own movie.
Yeah.
So as soon as the dad leaves, I was expecting the mom to say, "Yay, now I can divorce him." And so then they're like, we want to plan a big surprise for Dad, but we didn't actually think of anything. It's like, just book a steakhouse or something.
Wait. We want to make a surprise for Dad. Did you plan anything? No? Then what the fuck?
Okay, kids, run to the bank and get as much money out. That's how we'll surprise him.
You use this magic black steel wand and they give you as much money as you want.
All right, put the money in the bag. Put it in!
You're facing the wrong way, sir.
All right, give me the money.
Also, I love when they say,
Don't you think you ought to call your friends first? Nah, it's Saturday morning. They're probably on the way right now.
they know it's a cult.
It's a cult.
When Sandy Duncan is telling the kids to go out into the garage and she kind of trips over her words and then calls it a clubhouse, I was expecting her to go, well, out in that garage, place you go when mommy needs her special juice, clubhouse.
Which we never see that clubhouse again, by the way.
I can kind of see why, because when you put whimsical music over establishing shots of a depressing looking garage, it's hard to make that fun.
I kept thinking that it was going to turn into a Home Improvement episode every time it showed.
Maybe this is an episode of Home Improvement. I don't want to die, Barney!
And it's at this point that you realize that you can really tell where We Sing inspired this.
You know, I do gotta say this. While they're acting as a little hokey, and at points they're a little obviously child actors, I actually do like the kids for the most part in this era of Barney, as well as the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, they really look like they're having fun.
For the most part, this is the exact same group of kids that show up in Barney's, except for Adam and Michael's sister Amy, who I think was going to be in the show originally, but then just dropped out.
Yeah, I think she quit acting, if I'm not mistaken, so...
Good for her.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying, like, they were the most memorable kids ever. They're not like, say, the adults in Sesame Street or anything. But for the most part, they do have personalities, and I actually do like that there's a little more edge to this era. Like, they aren't suddenly squeaky clean like the later seasons could get.
I know, yeah, it's so weird.
Like, it was bizarre in the camping episode hearing them reference guns.
Not only that, but, like, if you look closely in the background, you can see a Mr. Potato Head, so it's one of the rare moments where they have, like, actual copyrighted shit in this that they're not supposed to show.
Which, side note, in their kitchen, I swear to God, they had a decoration that I thought at first was a decapitated John Arbuncle.
Oh my God,
Wait,
yeah, I that's right. I think I saw that, yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
I watched this thing like 3 times to take notes. I missed that somehow.
It might not have been, but it looked like it. Also, in the camping episode, they reference Vor.
Oh my God, that's right,
yeah.
they do.
Yeah, that's fucking... They're singing about a T-Rex eating them, and then Michael's like, oh, no offense, Barney. It's like...
What do you mean, no offense, Michael?
Are T-Rexes eating people, like, an offensive stereotype or something?
Yes, it is.
If I had a nickel for every kid's direct-to-video special involving Vor and a T-Rex, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more, you just gotta look for them.
Yeah.
Also, I love the scene where they're exploring the garage, and then Michael just decides to randomly jump scare Amy. It's like, and somehow nobody heard her scream as they're walking in.
Yeah, a common theme in this special seems to be just shitting on Amy for no reason whatsoever.
No wonder she didn't join the TV show.
Yeah.
Also, I love in the song that you can audibly hear their voices crack.
Gonna be a beat show!
We're gonna be a bass drop show.
And then after that, Amy finds Barney the dinosaur in one of the boxes, and when Michael sees him, he's like,
Barney the dinosaur!
Michael just starts early puberty.
Yeah.
well, in all fairness, he was on the show way longer than he had the right to be.
Yeah, by his last season, he was like almost as tall as Barney.
I'm pretty sure he was in high school during his last season.
Yeah, also I love that after they sang a whole big hype song, Lucy's suddenly like, I don't think there's gonna be a show.
What?
You kids have only rehearsed, well, not even rehearsed. You kids just did one song and just went through a bunch of costumes. I can see why you're having doubts about this.
Again, the mom should have just taken them all to Ruth Chris's steakhouse or something.
Yeah, there you go. Go to
We don't
Dave
have that
Buster's
down
or
here.
something.
I mean, if it was a thing in the 80s.
I'm sure there were equivalents in the 80s.
Huzzah! Let's go to Showbiz Pizza, kids.
Yeah. Another favorite piece of child acting I have in this is when Tina's trying to encourage the group and she goes,
Y'all close your eyes and wish real hard. Maybe.
oh, Tina, you're trying. Bless your heart.
And that's what summons the purple fucker.
Oh god, the summoning has this really unsettling aura to it.
These kids have looks on their faces like they're witnessing the second coming of Christ.
Like, no, you should be terrified. This is horrifying.
The rapture is coming.
My name is Kirk Cameron, kids.
I'm Kirk
God,
Cameron.
that's even scarier.
Time to save Christmas.
And the cowardly Apostle Kirk said, I'll do it for 29 pieces.
Also, I love the implications that Barney's just been rotting away in the garage. It's like, I'm out for my revenge, kids. It's Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah, it's no wonder he looks like the way he does. He looks like he's fucking rotting.
Yeah.
He looks like he has anemia.
Do you think the spiders he's covered in, like, grew with him, and now there's just a giant fucking spider in the garage?
No.
It's just lurking in the corner, waiting for its turn to strike.
You just see Sandy Duncan come in like, kids, where are you?
Spiders! 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 Get off me!
Yeah, I just have this distinct memory of renting this tape when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like, I think I talked about this like back when we did the Halloween episode, but that's the episode I recorded with the potato, so I'm going to tell it again.
Yeah.
I just have this distinct memory of like seeing like the early Barney design for the first time, because like obviously by the time these tapes were reissued, you got like PBS design Barney on the cover.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing like this blue dog looking motherfucker for the first time, and like I wasn't scared or anything. I just had this moment of like, what the fuck? Again, wasn't scared or anything. I liked it. I got into it like I did any Barney thing at that age, but still, I just remember having this moment of like, wait a minute, what?
It doesn't help that the way the transformation is set up, where you don't actually see it happening. You just see the lights flashing on the children.
Yeah.
And Bob West's vastly different voice that he's giving Barney in this.
Side, it just hit me that this Barney looks closest to the Barney that was on The Simpsons.
2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4.
I can see why this is so popular. Look at him.
And we should mention the suit actor for Barney in this. He's a Barney luminary, David Voss.
Oh, yeah.
Who has a hell of a history with Barney. If you're familiar with any of the live shows, you know him as the Winkster in Barney Live at Radio City. Which, the
Winkster, ultimate discomfort character.
I mean, I'll take him over Mr. 10 again any day.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know whose idea it was to just give him that horrific character design with the giant bulbous head and the nose that gives him a shadow that looks like a Hitler mustache, but...
We have the Joker at home, kids.
I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are.
So I also love that when Tina is talking about how she needs a wagon for the bumping up and down my little red wagon scene, Barney's like, you can make believe this rusty old wagon is new. Okay, Barney, can I imagine that I don't have a bunch of splinters now?
Yep, and you can also make believe that it's not giving you tetanus.
Yeah, you better be paying for my make-believe tetanus shot, motherfucker.
And I love that when Tina is first giving Barney the hug, she just looks really uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Which you can easily chalk to that suit being made of basically sandpaper.
She's like, help me.
Oh boy, a big purple dinosaur. Ow.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. When the kids are wishing for Barney to come to life, Tina makes this face that it just makes her look like she's like just deeply constipated.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Close your eyes, wish real hard, and make a face like you're just taking the mother of all dumps.
Close your eyes and make a wish. Harder. Harder. You're not wishing hard enough.
Also,
Barney, there's a log on the floor. I'm pretty sure I wished hard enough.
Also, I know we kind of made this joke in the Barney's Big Surprise episode, but fuck it. Bump through the ditches and bump through the witches and bump in the back of my little red wagon.
To the tune of the South Park end credits music. Bumping up and down in my little red wagon. Bumping up and down in my little red wagon.
Remind me to rave DJ that later.
Hell
oh my
yeah.
god, yes.
No, wait, little red wagula.
Just have one of the kids dressed as Kenny going,
oh my god, they killed Amy! You bastards!
Just have Tina go, screw you guys, I'm going home.
God. Oh my god, we gotta talk about the 6 little ducks scene.
Oh god, this fucking bit.
Why are you opening umbrellas indoors? That is bad
Don't
luck.
open umbrellas indoors, you fools.
And also, I love that they're like,
Well, what else did you find in the boxes?
Well, I found a bunch of old umbrellas, but they don't look very good. Nobody would go far with that.
it's like, those broken umbrellas are probably gonna have parts that are gonna fall on the kids.
But you could just make believe. Barney is trying to kill these kids with tetanus. That's it. That's what this is.
Also, when he changed them into duck umbrellas, I was like, oh my god, Lucifer Morningstar visited.
So a couple months ago, for the Riff Track streams that we do on our Discord server, I got some clips from a Chuck E. Cheese training video that came out, I think around this time actually, and it turns out that they used to hang the exact same duck umbrellas that were used in this video in their stores, apparently.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So when I saw those, I was like, okay, holy shit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I have to admit, those are really cute umbrellas.
They are, yeah.
I could have sworn I've seen those in like gift shops and certain places. I don't know why they are so familiar.
And also, when they're singing the song, I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. It's pretty catchy. And then Barney makes that fucking noise.
Yeah, he makes this unearthly fucking screech. It's supposed to sound like a rooster going cock-a-doodle-doo, but no, it sounds fucking demonic. And before that, when they do the he led the others with a quack, 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 he replaces the quack, quack, quack with the sound of a dog barking. And just hearing that come from him just was like, it caught me so off guard.
You ain't beating those blue dog allegations, dude.
Yeah, they actually called him the blue dog during this era, so.
Hey, every generation of kids needs a blue dog to guide them.
Huzzah.
Just not this one.
Yeah.
We need
Bluey, this ain't.
He led the others with a shit, piss, fuck.
He led the others with a quack, damn you.
He led the others with that
Man bazooka juice!
We also gotta talk about the Bumblebee song.
Oh my god, my mom used to sing that one to me all the time.
Oh my god.
Except ours was a little more violent in that we'd be like, I'm squishing up the baby bumblebee, and we would make like squishing motions with our hands as we crush the baby bumblebee to death.
Yeah, I think they sang that version in the TV show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Murder!
Yeah, it's like, it's so bizarre hearing them mention actual murder in Barney.
Yeah.
Again, they mentioned guns in the camping episode and murder in this. Also, I love that Barney's immediately like, wait a minute, a bumblebee is not something you play with. And it's
Barney, they could not have possibly more clearly be talking about Amy in the bumblebee suit, you fucking idiot.
Where's that clip of Obama yelling, bees are good, when the fucking bees invaded that, like, Easter thing they were doing?
That's okay, guys. Bees are good. They won't land on you.
Something Candyman reference.
Something Wicker Man.
Also, it's shit on Amy hours again because they're talking about how Amy can't hurt anybody as a bumblebee.
I can sing and I can sting.
Okay, that is a good feminist quote.
Yes.
But when they're talking about how like Amy can't hurt anybody, the kid's at a perfect height to either punch an adult in the balls or headbutt them in the gut. So
Yeah. Also, baby bees aren't bees. They're larvae.
Yeah.
I'm needlessly crushing the larvae. Yeah. Oh my god, the bees are outside my house.
And then also I love that I'm running from the baby bumblebee. Oh, won't Barney be so proud of me? So they don't have parents. Barney's their dad now.
Validate me, Barney. Validate me, please.
It's not a cult, though.
The day of the Barney is real. Oh my god.
Notice me, Senpai Barney.
You ever see that TikTok live of the guy going, Donald Trump, please save me. Donald Trump, if you can hear me. You think they do that with Barney?
Oh,
I wish Barney was here to save me from the Matrix right now.
I wish that Barney would send everybody to hell no matter what.
We're gonna build a great big wall and make Sandy Duncan pay for it.
So then Adam somehow climbs all the way up onto one of the boxes, and he's like, I want to be Humpty Dumpty! And it was like, okay, you can fall over and splatter into a million pieces.
Adam!
Would you like to meet the real Humpty Dumpty? Because if you don't cut your shit, I can make it happen.
And instead they all start singing the Humpty dance. The Humpty dance is your chance.
Wait, so you guys didn't know that Barney once got busy in a Burger King bathroom?
No, I didn't.
Thanks for that image.
Well, where else do you think Baby Bop came from?
Oh.
Also, water is wet, but thankfully the Humpty Dumpty in this is not nearly as terrifying as the one we sing.
I love that the animated Humpty Dumpty that they use looks exactly like Adam, and it does not faze him in the slightest that he's technically seeing himself die.
He fucked around and found out.
What was in that edible I took?
And also, I love that they were too afraid to show him actually breaking into a million pieces, so they just show him, like, with a tiny crack on his head.
Yeah.
Even by Barney standards, it's like, whoa, that's pretty heavy.
I mean, it's not as bad as Baby Bop leaving someone to die, but, you know.
Yeah. I do like the little animations during the nursery rhyme segments. Like, the Hickory Dickory Dock Mouse is pretty cute.
They are cute, but it's so weird to see hand-drawn animation in a Barney video.
Yeah.
I know, it's almost always like CGI, but like, it's cell animation here, which is like crazy, which I love. I always love cell animation.
I mean, it beats the fuck out of the terrible CGI and Come On Over to Barney's House, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
And also, when they're introducing the This Little Piggy segment, I like that when Barney holds up the photo, Adam's specifically like,
But that's just a picture of 3 yucca plants and 3 boulders.
It's like, why did you have to specify what types of plants they were?
Because he's the token nerdy Asian kid, that's why.
Yeah.
Actually, those are 3 yucca plants, Barney.
Actually, ow, please stop beating me with sticks and hammers.
And also, this song was initially based on a slaughterhouse. Look it up, kids!
The Kill Busby post-birth abortion slaughterhouse / Arby's!
And also, I love when they wrap it up, Barney's just like, how did you do that, Barney? I didn't. You did. And it's like,
you did that.
You kids imagined this entire fucking day. You actually don't exist.
You kids are tripping balls.
Oh, God.
And we also got to talk about the fucking scene where they have to hide Barney, because it's the funniest fucking shit to me.
Yeah, it's just this long-ass fucking segment where the mom's trying to get into the garage, but they take forever trying to get Barney, like, but basically what they do is they literally just hide him behind boxes.
Barney, you can shrink yourself at will. What are you doing?
No, I Mandela affected this, but I swear to God, there's a cut of this where Barney actually does shrink back to the size of a doll.
Yeah, it's like,
Tyler, I think you took some of that acid Barney gave those kids.
And also, Barney does a shit job hiding himself, because when they go into If You're Happy and You Know It, which is still a filler song in this franchise, he's fucking dancing along and stomping, and the garage is visibly shaking. So it's like, motherfucker, you're gonna reveal yourself.
Yeah, and at the end, he just starts like hyperventilating, because I guess hiding behind several boxes is the equivalent of claustrophobia in this universe.
Barney died of oxygen deprivation that day.
And, you know, I know why they can't do this, but it would have been hilarious if the boxes just collapse and Sandy Duncan sees Barney and he immediately just has to kill her afterwards. It's like that one Mad TV sketch where the little girl sees Santa.
Hey kids, I'm having a realistic depiction of a panic attack.
And you just know when Sandy Duncan walks in, Barney's just like, wood.
So Sandy Duncan shows the kids a surprise out in the backyard, and it's that the backyard is like slightly decorated with like ribbons and balloons and stuff.
Oh my God, balloons and lawn chairs.
Yeah, the kids lose their shit like this is the coolest thing ever. It's a backyard with streamers and like maybe 4 to 5 lawn chairs. That's literally it.
Oh my god, balloons and lawn chairs!
I kind of like that she decorated the porch to look like a stage, but even still, it was kind of just a generic backyard.
An attempt was made.
It's basically the backyard of the kid who has like the same birthday as a super rich kid, but you want to go to the less popular kid's party to be polite, and you're just like, man, I wish I was at the rich kid's party because it's just the most generic backyard ever.
It's so funny how, like, all the guests there are pretty much just exclusively adults. You think Sandy had to be like, all right, you each get a Vicodin if you just show up to this thing.
And also, there'll be booze. Don't worry.
All right, we got free booze and we got Vicodin. Just show up and get this over with.
Yeah. Also, I fucking love that these kids have probably had like maybe an hour of rehearsal at most, and Sandy Duncan's like, you kids gotta get on stage, and right now, this backyard show will determine if your father and I stay married.
Like, they barely even rehearse, too. They're just dicking around in the garage singing nursery rhymes.
And remember, if you fumble this performance, you don't get to eat.
And Barney is too dummy thick to get through the door. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Whackity schmackity do. I like how Barney dresses up in a tuxedo and a top hat, but he's not even going to be on stage at all.
Yeah.
He's just being extra for the sake of being extra.
I kind of love when they do that, not gonna lie. It gives the same vibes as, like, Kermit in a tux and top hat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but when he does it, it's cool.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the kids are like, Barney, you should probably go hide. And he's like, no, I'll be fine hiding behind this curtain. And they show like adults walking through the house. So it's like, how the fuck wasn't he caught?
Pay no attention to that
dinosaur
behind the curtain.
Yeah, just one of the adults just walks into the kitchen, grabs a beer, sees Barney, just gives him like a sup man, head nod, and just goes about their day.
So we're just not gonna address the dinosaur in the room.
Nope.
I have to address my theory for this video is that this entire fucking day is being imagined, because how would these parents not suddenly see they suddenly have all these new props that they've never seen before in the garage? It's like, wouldn't they start guessing, hey, what's that extra voice singing behind the kids? Where the hell is this all coming from?
What's that giant inconspicuous shadow right in the kitchen?
Like, nothing. Don't pay attention.
Like, they make it clear in the other two videos that it was all in their imagination, if you ignore at the end of the beach video where they find sand suddenly in the pool. But it's like, even still, this whole day has to be imagined, right?
A wizard did it.
Or they're all just drunk. The end.
No. A purple dinosaur did it.
Yay!
That's true.
I like to imagine it's like that episode of Family Guy where Peter and Lois do the talent show and they're like baked out of their minds, and what we see is like this beautiful like 2-part harmony performance, but they were really just like screaming and flailing around like ah ah ah,
Ah! It's like when Jason and Lucy are doing their tap dancing bit, and you see them doing it so elegantly, which, side note, it sure is convenient of them to cut right to the children's feet right when they start tap dancing.
Yeah.
But then anyway, you know, they're doing the tap dancing, you see this elegant tap dance, but then it cuts. It's just them, like, flailing around to the rest of the audience.
Yeah.
And it's just the parents just looking confused and a little disturbed.
Also, I love in their intro song, they're like, clap if you love us. It's like, they literally do the Jeb Bush.
Please clap.
Please clap for us. We're all starving. Claps determine the food we get.
My daddy was the president, then my brother was the president. Now I want to be the president. It's my turn. I called it.
And then going back to the Dinah Won't You Blow scene, you know, I was going to joke that Dinah can blow something on me, but then I learned there's apparently a dirty version of that song, and it's not like a parody or anything.
Oh.
That explains so much, actually.
If they add like extra lyrics about I'm making love to Dinah, or something like that.
Wow, they had Dinah Won't You Blow right there, and they didn't go with it. I'm ashamed.
They had one job.
This is why Reagan is busting unions.
And also, I fucking love that during the songs, you can visibly hear Barney singing at one point along with the kids, and none of the adults are questioning why there's suddenly this grown adult voice with them.
They're drunk. They don't care.
We're drunk and on Viking, and we just can't wait to fall asleep on the couch.
The dad drank himself nearly to death before he came back.
You know what? I had my affair with my mistress, or my mister, or my misters. Whoever's having an affair with, I'm good for the day.
You find out Sandy Duncan called him right as he was coming home. Look, honey, you might want to get really drunk for this. The kids are going to put on a show for you. Just play it cool, okay, man? If you get drunk, I don't blame you, but...
Also, a note I forgot to mention during the intro song, when they keep saying hello over and over, I'm like, where the hell is Michael Eisner when you need him?
Where the hell is Adele?
Hello, the gang's all here.
Michael Eisner was terrified of Sandy Duncan because he helped end the What Would Walt Have Done era that she was so prominent in.
Also, boo, they didn't say what the hell do we care, like the lyrics are supposed to say.
Yes!
Hell, the gang's all here. What the hell do we care? What the hell do we care?
As if we couldn't reference enough about We Sing in this, they reference the Little Bunny Foo Foo song.
Little bunny foo-foo gave me war flashbacks.
Well, at least this time they don't try to justify Bunny Foo Foo's actions. The mice should have liked being bopped on the head.
Yeah, but can you do this musical number really fast and backwards?
One quick note I gotta make about We Sing since we're never talking about it again. I would trust Jack's The Amazing Digital Circus over their Bunny Foo Foo any day.
Oh, hell yes.
Little bunny foo-foo walking through the forest, looking for the field mice with the pumped up kicks.
Little Bunny Foo Foo was kidnapped by Cain, and now he's in the Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know. At first, I thought that the mouse ears the kids were wearing were Disneyland hats, but then when I double-checked, they were fuzzy, so I was like, okay, so they didn't get away with that bit of copyright.
That would have been so funny if they were just like the Disney Mickey hats, but like was black felt sewn over the Mickey face.
This is Michael Mouse, kids.
Hi, I'm Michael Mouse. No affiliation.
And also, I fucking love that this is probably the most violent a Barney tape gets as well.
Yeah.
Because they literally show Amy smacking people.
Which, after the shit she's been through in this, well deserved.
Yeah.
Amy is a gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Yeah.
And also, they have a better message in this than they do in We Sing. Hair today, goon tomorrow. Like, fuck around and find out.
Hair today, goon tomorrow. Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Also, they bring out the cake for the dad, and you can just tell deep down he's just like, I could have gotten an actual fucking lobster dinner tonight, and instead, this is the shit I'm getting. Yeah, we're filing for that divorce.
Sandy Duncan accidentally trips and drops the cake candle side up on the dad's pants.
Plot twist, Sandy Duncan's cheating on him with Barney.
Ooh, turns out this was our secret after all.
Like I said, where do you think Baby Bob came from?
And then Barney can magically turn himself back into a doll at that point, which, why didn't you do that before, you fucking idiot?
Because he's stupid.
Yeah, he kind of just dips without saying goodbye to the kids. And then Michael and Amy, like, they basically say to Barney in his doll form,
You're such a wonderful friend. You always come to our help when we need you.
right after he left without saying goodbye. This is literal fucking gray rocking.
Does he?
This is a moonwalker. Where's he going? He's leaving.
Also, they forced the dad to do the hokey pokey. Yeah. Because why not?
Because in Barney's backyard, you work for your birthday.
Yeah, no, it's not gray rocking. It's purple rocking.
Then also when they cut to the credits, you suddenly hear the dad saying, "Don't let me." What was it? Like, don't.
It's like, gonna get you guys back for this.
Like, it's a legit threat, and we don't see him in the next video. So yeah, they divorced.
He's gonna make the kids watch just drunk karaoke. He's gonna be going up. He's gonna be up there on stage like a purple rain, purple rain. Gonna be like, why can't we buy alcohol yet?
So while I was looking at the credits, I noticed a really interesting name in the credits.
Mm-hmm.
So the technical supervisor for this tape was a guy by the name of, and I'm not kidding, Dwin Towell. Dwin Towell.
Oh my god.
Let it sink in for a second, guys.
Wait. Dwin. What does that name sound like? Dwin Towel. That sounds very familiar.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Something to do with a plane crash in Pennsylvania, I think.
No, 72 versions.
72 virgins sounds stupendous.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Oh, we are flying in an airplane. Gotta go to the tower. Gonna tell them death to America.
Oh, we are flying in an airplane, looking out the window, watching New York go by. Wait a minute.
Like the good old days after 9/11.
So, donation box.
Donation box.
Yeah, I'm giving it to a donation box too.
You know, I was initially kind of whatever on the tape, but again, after Cast for a Spirited Beginning and after the fun I had riffing this, I was like, you know what? It's a fascinating little mess, so fuck it. It's worth at least one watch.
It's worth it solely to see how far the franchise has come.
Everyone's gotta watch Square Barney at least once.
Yeah, that's why it's a keep the tapes for me. Because it is so fascinating that this is what launched a cultural juggernaut.
Amen. Also, it's technically why we all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Barney is how Tyler and I met, and it's basically been an element of all our friendship, so...
Yeah.
That is just so amazing to think
So
about after
true.
all these years.
And it's why this show exists. That wraps up our third and penultimate week of Barney Month. Join us next week for the final topic. Will we finally escape? Who knows?
No, we won't.
No.
But thank you so much for joining us again, Marissa, and it's always a pleasure talking Barney with you.
Hell yeah.
Always a pleasure being here.
Always a pleasure to shit talk Barney.
Hell yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I am on Twitter, Discord, and Blue Sky, all under Kermit Wazowski. Replace the O with a 0. And I also have a Ko-Fi page, also under Kermit Wazowski, though I think that one actually has an O instead of a 0 anyway. But yes, I have a Ko-Fi page if you want to give me money so I can draw things for you.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. Excuse me. My plugs are very inconsistent at the moment, thanks to Elon's bullshit. So if you've watched the previous episode, I'm probably still on those plugs. I'm maybe not. The most common ones I'll be on are Discord and Letterboxd under Mission Breakout and Muppet Vision 3D, respectively, under Mission Breakout on Blue Sky. And you can find me going through the What Would Walt Have Done era to see how basically we went from the cat from outer space to Barney.
Since this is coming out after the election, as soon as it is over, I am going to be off of Twitter for an undisclosed amount of time. So I will probably be on Blue Sky in the meantime as Neon Tales. I will also be on YouTube at the same name.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to go find out what they did with that Square Barney costume. God help me, I will find it.
Hell yeah.
Alright, and as for me, you can find me on the usual spots, Tyler FG on Twitter, TylerFG96 on Instagram. As for the show, you can find us on Twitter at channel_KRT, Channel KRT Podcast, all one word, on Instagram. And you can also find our Discord server and our Facebook group in the link tree in our Twitter bio. And if you want to help support us, we have several options. You can find us on Patreon, where we have exclusive minisodes, outtakes, and episodes of this very podcast at its earliest convenience. Or you can also find us on Ko-Fi, where we also have exclusive minisodes and outtakes, but you can buy those for $5 a pop. And of course, thank you to our patrons Paul Spicknall, Tony Goldmark, Ashley Hines, and Chris Reyna for pledging to us at the $10 level. And speaking of thank yous, thank you so much to Jacob Martin for the Barney-fied version of the KRT theme that you heard at the top of this episode.
Alrighty, Channel KRT, Shimbara.
I don't want to see your shimbery or your shimbara.
Hey, Sandy. Sandy.
What?
What are you buying?
Some breakfast cereal?
I don't get that. That's a bad cereal. Get some of the blueberry.